I think I've just found the best summer watch.
Is it better than the Foxtrot 91 whiskey?
No. Obviously not, James. Don't ask preposterous questions like that. What is up, guys? My name is Brittany, aka watch.gringa, and welcome back to yet another watch review. Today we are talking about the watch that I think is my new favorite summer watch, the NOMOS CLUB CAMPUS. Now before we get started on this sweet, juicy, delicious stuff about this watch, I just have to say this watch is on loan to me from NOMOS CLUB CAMPUS. It's not mine, I have to send it back in a couple of days. They're not paying me or anything, so I have free reign to say my honest thoughts, the things I like, the things I genuinely don't like. But if you know me and you follow this channel, then you know I'm a pretty big fan of NOMOS. And this watch has really swept me off my feet. So let's just get into it, guys. NOMOS CLUB has always been a watch I've had a bit of a thing for, but I've never seen it in person till now. It was like if you're like chatting up a girl on Tinder and you like her, but you've never met in person, so you don't know if you'll like them in person, you know? But getting this one in person, seeing it in the flesh, has only caused me to fall more in love with the NOMOS CLUB. Let's talk specs. So I've got in the 36mm variation, 8.2 millimeters thick, with a lug-to-lug of 47.5 millimeters. This Club Campus also comes in a 38.5mm variation as well. Stainless steel case, domed sapphire crystal, 100 meters water resistance, which is something you need with that sporty summertime watch. And it's got a healthy dose of super luminova as well. Just perfection, checking all the boxes for me. Inside this watch is the in-house caliber alpha manual, so a manual wind watch, and this is an area where NOMOS really stands out from the competition, especially at this price point, offering in-house caliber movements. The manual wind doesn't feel like an obvious choice for a sports watch like this, but personally I don't mind the manual wind. I like connecting with my watches daily. The Alpha Manual is their entry-level movement, giving you 43 hours of power reserve and hacking seconds. All NOMOS movements are in-house calibers. The watch I have in today is a closed case back, but they are really pretty movements as well, especially for this price point. No complaints from me. Looking at the outside of this watch, you may not have noticed, but it's hot pink. Maybe not hot pink. Is it like a berry pink? Let's check the website. What do they call it? Okay, they just call it pink. The dial is pink. This is a statement dial. This is a statement watch. The bright pink contrasted against the white hands and numerals. Then my favorite part, the orange seconds hand, which is a running theme in the club line. NOMOS is kind of almost masterful in their use of colors. They always just know the right colors to make a watch tie together. One thing you might not like about this watch is the numerals in the California dial. So there's a mix of Arabic and Roman numerals and baton indices. This is one of those quirky design elements that aren't for everyone, but I'm a bit wabi-sabi, so I kind of enjoy it. This is just a happy watch. I haven't taken it off since it's arrived because it just makes me happy. I've worn this every day for over a week now. The dial definitely isn't for everyone, but boring people, fear not. NOMOS still has you covered. So the club is also available in blue, gray, yellow, and white silver. If it was me buying with my money, I would probably get either the pink one that I have on right now or the gray, depending on how wild I was feeling on the day, I think. I don't know though, I don't have any funky dial watches like this, so that's some points for the pink as well. With these specs, sizes, color variations, I really think the NOMOS CLUB CAMPUS is a top contender for a go anywhere, do anything kind of watch. On the wrist, it's a big 36 millimeters, which is kind of the story with NOMOS when you're shopping with them. You almost have to go like 2 millimeters smaller than what you want. 1.5 millimeters / 2 millimeters smaller than what you would normally get. And I think there's two factors that cause their watches to wear a little bit bigger than the numbers might suggest. So for one, the larger lugs. The lugs don't feel quite as long on the club as I did on the Tangant. I think I've said it right. Tangant? But they still are quite long. Now this isn't a good thing or a bad thing, it's just a NOMOS design feature. And the other thing that causes NOMOS to wear a little bit larger than you might think is the small bezels. The club bezel is kind of the sweet spot for me. Maybe that's because I'm more used to wearing sporty style watches. But this one has that thicker bezel that makes it feel just that little bit more masculine and athletic. So when NOMOS reached out asking if I wanted to get hands-on with this watch, I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about the color. My watch styling is usually a little bit more subdued. Dare I say boring? I thought it would be really hard to dress because it's hot pink. But I don't know, maybe it's because I wear a lot of gray and black. I don't know, it's been a lot easier than I thought it would be, and it really suits me and my style. And I didn't think it would. I've been very pleasantly surprised by how much I've enjoyed wearing this watch and how much I can dress this watch as well. I feel like I need to say, NOMOS isn't paying me to be complimentary. I just really enjoyed this watch. I'm really struggling to find a bad thing to say about it. Top contender for the coveted go anywhere, do anything watch. The only areas of concern that I can see for it, and maybe you would have these concerns, is the long lugs and the California dial. But hey, what's an area of concern for one collector is like the selling points and the things they love the most for another collector. These are all things I love about this watch. And I think we need to talk about the price point as well, because this is a real deciding factor for me. So the model I have in, the 36mm, retails for £1,100 or $1,400 US, and the 38.5mm goes for £1,200, so £100 more, or $1,500 US. So you are getting a lot of watch for just over £1,000. I actually cannot think of another watch brand offering you this much for this price point. I can confidently say this is my new favorite NOMOS. And I had a hunch for a while that I would love the club, but it just feels very me. Seeing it in person, getting out my wrist, trying it on, has made me a true believer. If NOMOS could just like forget to ask for this watch back, if there could just be like an administrative error where they forget to ask me for it back for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, forever, that would be great. But anyways guys, as always, these are just my opinions. If you guys can actually write some bad stuff in the comments down below so I don't look like a shill, that would be awesome. But for real, do you guys love this watch? Do you hate it? I don't know, tell me everything down below. And don't forget to do all that YouTube stuff. Give this video a like, comment, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, come on now, subscribe. Do all those things to feed the YouTube algorithm gods. And until next time, you gorgeous, fabulous, wonderful watch nerds.